Okay, back to a Demon of the Week, and following on from Lilith, who we did last week, I wanted to talk about Naamah. Welcome to my channel. You are entering the world of magic and mysticism with your host, Lee W. Johnson. Keep the lights on and help improve the channel by becoming a supporter for just $2.99 per month. Hit the join button. Okay, Naamah. Other names: Naamah, Mama, Nehema, Nehema, Naamahema, Ha-Nahemoth, Naom, and Lilith Ulemta, or Ardat Lily. Lots and lots of different names there. Direction is primarily north, although I do tend to place Naamah in the position of Beltane on my own compass. Just feel she's that springy type of energy, beginning of life, virility, that type of thing. If you are in the Northern Hemisphere, that would therefore be the southern or southeast. For me, in the Southern Hemisphere, it's at the northeast position. The planets, primarily Earth, but also considered to be Moon and Venus. Colors, yellow and black. Day, usually considered to be a Tuesday night, right before Wednesday, so just before midnight, really. Tarot correspondences: Hierophant, Empress, and Queen of Discs or Pentacles. Definitely consider that to be Queen of Discs. Animals, or relationships with animals: bull, dog, owl, serpent, lamb, sow, goat, rhinoceros, and dove. The elements, primarily earth again, corresponding to the actual planetary aspect, but also water and fire could be considered. Attributions and other correspondences, there's a lot here, so bear with me. Lily, garnet, olive, wheat, peach, fig, vervain, mallow, sandalwood, pearl, coral, glass, almond, musk, sapphire, honeysuckle, lemon, coriander, bismuth, watercress, copper, myrtle, dittany of Crete, hashish, aphrodisiacs, definitely, patchouli, vertivert, rose, spinach, fuchsia, clover, red brass, mistletoe, iris, quartz, hyacinth, lilac, cherry, myrrh, benzoin, carnelian, clover, green lapis, oak, black copal, periwinkle, daisy, apple, rose, thyme, verbena, ivy, ambergris, corn, willow, pansy, cereals, storax. All right, so I think you might want to actually just sit down with Naamah and ask her what she would like you to offer her. This is very similar to Lilith. I think with these, can I say, more prominent deities and the more prominent daemonic entities, the ones that have been worked with closely for many centuries, have these long correspondence lists, because there's so many people that have worked with them and so many people who offer them different things. So it's always best just to sit down with the spirit themselves and just find out what they actually like, or find out what they want from you personally, actually. Okay, so let's have a look at some stuff about Naamah, origins and such things. So Naamah, whose name translates to pleasant or beautiful, finds her roots in various mythological traditions, ranging from Hebrew to Islamic law and beyond. In Hebrew tradition, Naamah is described as one of the wives of the fallen angels, Samyaza, a figure from the apocryphal book of Enoch. Legend has it that Naamah bore children to Samyaza, which we'll get a bit into just now, giving rise to a lineage of beings known as the Nephilim, who were said to be giants among men. So Naamah is said to be betrothed to several prominent figures, actually, and that includes Shamdan, Tubal-Cain or Tubal-Cain, and Samael. Although you might find, as I did, that Samael is married to Lilith, and we can make the association with Lilith and Naamah as being sisters. Some equate them as being mother and daughter, and others will speak of them being the elder and younger Lilith in this regard. In terms of her association with Tubal-Cain, apart from being lover and wife in some tales, we also find that in apocryphal lore, she is depicted as the sister of Tubal-Cain and Baal, as well as the mother of Sorath and Asmodeus. Again, getting to a bit more of that just now. The relationships mentioned in Hebrew lore are subject to interpretation and may not be taken literally for obvious reasons. According to rabbinical teachings, Naamah is depicted as the wife of Noah, with her name suggesting pleasing actions, or ne'emim. However, in alternative interpretation, within alternative interpretations, she is portrayed as engaging in improper behavior, such as playing a drum and enticing people into idolatry, thereby contributing to corruption within society. The interpretation is possibly linked to a different understanding of Naamah's name, derived from Ne'imah, which means melody and song. According to the Midrash, Naamah was known as the most beautiful woman in the world, captivating even the ministering angels with her beauty, as indicated in Genesis 6:2, which says, "The sons of God saw how beautiful the daughters of men were," referring to the Grigori, or the Watchers. Later, Midrashic literature and the Zohar further developed Naamah's character as a seductress capable of ensnaring both men and demons alike. So Naamah's connection with the Grigori, also known as the Watchers, is a very significant aspect of her mythology. The Grigori are described in ancient texts, including the apocryphal book of Enoch, as a group of angelic beings who descended to earth to instruct humanity, but ultimately became corrupted by their interactions with mortals, or as mentioned previously in Genesis 6:2, the sons of God saw how beautiful the daughters of men were. According to certain interpretations of apocryphal lore, Naamah is said to have played a pivotal role in the seduction and corruption of the leaders of the Grigori, namely Azza, also known as Shemyaza, and Azael. Azael is also Azazel, and according to many lore, Shemyaza and Azazel are actually the same entity. But if we consider these to be two separate figures, they are considered to be prominent among the Grigori, often depicted as leaders or significant figures within their celestial hierarchy. As I just said, in some interpretations, Semyaza and Azazel, or Azael, or Azazel, are said to be the same figure. So therefore, we can consider this the leader of the Grigori to be this Azza, or Shemyaza, Azazel entity. Now, Naamah's influence over this Shemyaza and Azazel, or Azael mixture is portrayed as both seductive and manipulative. She is believed to have exploited his vulnerabilities and desires, tempting him away from his celestial duties and into the realm of mortal desires and pleasures. This betrayal of his divine responsibilities led to his so-called fall from grace, or all of the angelic beings, the Watchers actually, from their so-called fall from grace and the corruption of their angelic nature. From this union of angel and human, specifically in regards to the Watchers, the Nephilim are or were produced, and Naamah's child, fathered by Azza, i.e. Shemyaza Azazel, was none other than Asmodeus. In some texts, it was the union of Naamah and Shamadon which produced Asmodeus, or Ashmedai, noted in some texts as being the king of demons, or the king of Jinn. Either way, it is apparent that Naamah is the mother of Asmodeus. The connection she has with the Grigori also denotes her role as a bridge between the celestial and the chthonical terrestrial realms. She embodies the blurred boundaries between divine and mortal, angelic and demonic, creating a balance and signifying the interplay between light and darkness. To add another layer to this, we also need to talk about her association with Tubal-Cain or Tubal-Cain. Often portrayed as the son of Lamech and Zillah in biblical texts, Tubal-Cain, like Naamah, has lineage connecting him to Cain. According to certain traditions, Tubal-Cain is closely associated with the forging of weapons and tools, embodying the archetype of the skilled artisan and the transformative power of metallurgy. His name is often invoked in rituals and symbolic contexts related to craftsmanship, industry, and creative endeavors. Think the clan of Tubal-Cain, traditional witchcraft, Robert Cochrane, etc., etc. In some of these traditions, not all of them, but I do find this a lot in traditional witchcraft, Tubal-Cain is said to have been the avatar of Azazel. If we then consider the various texts, either suggesting that Naamah was Tubal-Cain's sister or that she was his lover and wife, we could conclude that she was all of these things. Sister to Tubal-Cain, lover to Azazel, mother to their offspring, Asmodeus. This union between Naamah and Tubal-Cain further symbolizes the alchemical marriage of opposites, representing the harmonious integration of masculine and feminine energies, earthly and celestial realms, or rather the Azazel, the Tubal-Cain, of which Tubal-Cain was the avatar. Their relationship embodies the union of intellect and intuition, passion and discipline, forging a dynamic partnership that transcends conventional boundaries and limitations. Some other attributes and aspects of Naamah from a variety of other sources. Naamah presides over a wide array of domains, including physical fitness, pleasure, music, art, desire, sexuality, beauty, compassion, intelligence, love, storms, natural disasters, agriculture, wealth, protection, fear, and nocturnal creatures. She is also associated with divination, nature magic, death magic, and various forms of sorcery. Also bear in mind that a lot of people do lump the elder and the younger Lilith together, or Lilith and Naamah. So there's a bond that happens there. Some people will consider them to be the same entity, actually. Naamah grants insight into reincarnation, past lives, and the spirit planes. She aids practitioners in transcending the causal realm and perceiving spiritual realities. Additionally, she can impart serenity to troubled individuals and help them navigate personal struggles. In regards to symbolism, Naamah is symbolically linked to Lilith and is considered one of the four matron spirits of prostitution alongside Lilith, Asheth, Zenunum, and Agoreth. Depictions of Naamah vary, ranging from a beautiful pale woman to a crouching figure with the body of an animal. Alright, so that's Naamah, one of my favourite spirits actually that I work with. I actually tend to work more with Naamah than I do with Lilith. Yeah, great spirit to work with, great personality really. And that's it for this week's Demon of the Week and for Naamah. And I'll see you next week with more. Have a good one till then. Cheers for now, bye bye.